I appreciate the support. For more unedited content, follow me on Patreon, Drew Titan, LLC.
The Painful Excellence Podcast.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is Painful Excellence Podcast. Like the video, share the video. Go subscribe to my Patreon to get it raw and uncut. Oh, we want to talk about this for a while, but it always seemed to have slipped my mind because other things came up. But this right here, I mean, this is all public knowledge, man, but I just never, you know what I just noticed? Time out. Wait a damn minute. You know what I just noticed, bro? Look at, oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Steve Nash, former NBA point guard. And the woman next to him is named Alejandra Amaria. And I'm just now noticing that she kind of has the same facial features as Jada Pinkett. Wow. I just noticed that. Don't you look like Jada Pinkett? Quit acting light skinned. Anyway, let's do this roll call. Because if those of you that don't know this is crazy. This is crazy. Ern Jordan, Rod Neal, Derek Gaines, the legend. I got your emails, brother. Yes, sir. Josh, what's good? Not at 86 early in that super chat. He says, salute, Drew, and salute to the mighty LDBC, man. Salute to you. Felix Nunez, my brother. How you doing? Peter the Great, Sam Mack, 88 Sports Talk. Paul Carrot. What's going on, y'all? Salute, man. Thank you. It's Friday night. I know y'all got things to do. So I ain't gonna hold y'all all night. I just figured that this is a interesting thing. Jared, salute. Y'all don't know Steve Nash. He's been around the league for some time, but he had his breakout seasons when he played alongside Dirk Nowitzki. Dallas. Feel me? And he was a high caliber player. And high caliber player. And he quality guy. And salute to Nada 86. He said he gifted 5 memberships, man. Nada is on it, y'all. Man, salute to you, Nada, man. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. You just gifted 5 memberships, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me see something. Steve Nash. Let me see something. Did y'all know? And you might not it might not look like it, but I want to point this out to y'all. I'm a few inches taller than the average man. The average man is like 5'9". I'm 6'2". Steve Nash is an inch taller than me. Okay? Wanna know why I'm pointing that out? So he's 6'3". He was not a bum in the league. He was a quality point guard. All right? Very talented. He became a coach and all that stuff. And he's over 6 feet tall. And he's been a millionaire for a long time. And he's recognized amongst his peers. He's been making millions of dollars longer than 5 years. I'm going off of what I vaguely remember what Kevin Samuels said a high value man was based off of something that he read years ago. But I'm trying to remember certain things. But from what I do remember, Steve Nash qualifies for that. And why am I bringing this up? It's further proof that it doesn't effing matter when you're dealing with a demon. This woman is a demon. Now, I'm sure that maybe somebody has, the Brothers UK salute, somebody, probably a woman, I don't know, has interviewed her and she blamed him. And y'all know how it is. Oh, he was on the road too much. Well, how else is he going to, support that lavish lifestyle that you had? He was on the road too much. Now, I'm not saying she said this, but that there's always a justification for why a woman like this will do something so stupid. And this is stupid. This is stupid. She nailed it. She's Latina. She technically wasn't goofing around with I was about to say she wasn't goofing around with no black person, but she was. She landed a white man, over 6 feet tall, basketball player, millionaire. How do you mess that up? By dealing with a 6'8", 6'9" black man who's a millionaire. And he messed around and procreated. Yo, imagine. Yo, he was all in, and when the baby came out, the baby was black. Do y'all know about this? Young Hollywood, salute. Y'all know about this? I knew about it, and I always said, man, I'm gonna do a show about this. His net worth is 100 million. And what did he do wrong other than put a ring on this chick? And he's Canadian too, man. Maybe he didn't know about these clown ass chicks. Maybe he didn't have anybody around him to give him game. I don't know. Let me read some things. Okay. What happened between him and his wife? Okay. Okay. Steve Nash divorced his wife, Alejandra Amaria, shortly after the birth of their son, Mateo, with speculation primarily centering around rumors of infidelity on her part, with some reports suggesting the potential affair with former teammate Jason Richardson. However, the exact reasons for the split were never officially confirmed by either party and remain largely private. Now, I also heard that she was messing with, you remember that guy, the Brazilian dude, the Brazilian black one, Leandro Barbosa? Remember him? Heard she was goofing around with him too. All right. But the baby came out tan. And he's as white as they can get. Crazy, right? So I'm looking over here. Oh no, that's something else. All right, Steve Nash. Okay. strong marriage can significantly enhance our lives. On the flip side, troubled one can be a heavyweight, especially when it ends in divorce. Steve Nash faced this reality 2010 under unusual circumstances. Just one day after celebrating the birth of his son and then wife Alejandra Amarilla, the former NBA star filed for divorce. Certainly not the ideal timing. He said, "I am very thankful and excited to have a new son. Mateo Nash, Alejandra, and the baby are doing fine, but this is a bittersweet moment for my life. And after 5 years, we are now in the process of dissolving our marriage." I remember this. Now, she was with him for a while, since he was with Dallas and, he moved around. Alejandra, formerly a Paraguay, wherever the hell it is, and now a filmmaker, also traveled widely as a child because of her father's work in the UN, which took their family various countries around the world. After tying the knot in 2005, the couple welcomed twin daughters, Lola and Bella. The family spent the off-season in New York City and lived in Phoenix, Arizona during the NBA season, where the head of the family played for the Suns. However, a few years later, their living situation changed. As the two-time MVP revealed in his statements, he and his wife have lived separately for the past several months. Typically, then such issues in a relationship arise. Parents often see the birth of a child and a chance to mend things up. This is especially true when considering the well-being of the children, whom such a situation can hit very hard. Therefore, many assumed that the Nashes would follow this path. Their son, Mateo, was born November 12th, 2010. However, Steve chose a different route and, for reasons not fully explained, filed for divorce just hours after the birth. Ultimately, a custody case followed, which was resolved on September 25th of 2013 by the Marital County Superior Court. All right. Now, Joe Townsend, salute. G. McCall, ATX, what's up? Now listen. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Patreon. Okay? Let me move this box. Make sure y'all can see me. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Patreon. I'm gonna tell you something. No makeups to breakups on my end. You understand me? Some of y'all in the chat, fellas, y'all either have right now or have had that one chick that you break up with, you keep going back. Let's be honest, you're addicted to crazy people. Speed Demon, what up? You're addicted to chaos, and you love that dysfunction. If you don't have it in your life, something's missing. Let me tell you something. That get old fast, and you can't carry that attitude into the next relationship. And let me tell you, as a man, brothers, when you break up with somebody and you do it, you're doing it for a reason. And I'm going to tell you not to go backwards. I have the illest story about why you shouldn't go backwards. And it wasn't until later in life. Tay, salute. It wasn't until later in life where I was dealing with someone and I stopped dealing with her, and then I went back to her. And then we broke up again, and I was just like, nah, I'm not dealing with it. And then later in life, I had a situation. I'm gonna share that situation on Patreon this week. Philip D, salute. Melanin, salute. And I love Patreon because it's unedited. I told this story before, but I'm gonna tell it. It's gonna be raunchy because I gotta tell you what happened. And later in life, let's just say something happened. And then just like that, she went back to her ex. And I said, yo, he's about to kiss her. Do the math. He about to kiss her. World constricted, what up? Do the math. I'm like, oh, no. That was Thursday. Friday, Saturday, right? Sunday morning. Was supposed to get her girlfriend involved. Had a whole plan for the next week, right? We was talking over the phone. She vanished that next Thursday. Got up with her that Saturday. Elmo, what up? And then she was like, my situation changed. Huh? Yeah, I'm back with my ex. Ooh. He don't know about Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning, and what was supposed to happen had you not come home, stupid. And I said, man, I went backwards one time in my life. I wonder what she did in those 4 days. You never go backwards. I know a guy that broke up with his girl and in about 3 days slept with another chick, got back with his girl, and shorty was like, I'm pregnant, and kept the baby. And it was his. My man. Shelton, what up? Bro, for real? You know what I'm saying? Patreon. Don't go backwards. No. If y'all fall out, especially if you fall out for the dumbest reason, and she says, I'm not, Stormy, salute. You fall out for the dumbest reason, and she says, I'm not dealing with you. Is that serious? Let her go, man. Because then you're going to get that call next week. Hey, big head. I'm good. That means she started something just enough for her to explore another option, and it didn't work out the way she wanted to. And now it's, hey, big head. Brothers, do not go backwards. That's how you end up with children out of wedlock. That's how you end up with STDs. Don't do it. Told my boy Larry when we was real young. He was like, yo, you gonna take her back? Yeah, you know, I might. I said, you see that herpes on her lip? That wasn't there last week when y'all was fighting over popcorn. Okay. Better wake up. Jose, what up? Yep, that's right, Jose. What is the plan B? Fellas, listen. Your on and off girlfriend, she always got one in the chamber. Always. Always got one in the chamber. It's life. God damn, I'm eating grapes and apples. The Bond, what up? For real. So what the brother Steve Nash has gone through, listen, can I keep it a buck with you? It happens to the best of us. I've gone through it. Not on this level. I've gone through my share of, oh wow, like you had like an oh wow moment, like oh word, oh okay, all right baby. I've gone through that. I had a bunch of friends that have gone through it like, oh shoot, yeah. I've been the dude getting the phone call because she mad at him. Isaiah, what up? 704 Joe, what up? I've been that dude. As you get older, you need to understand being that dude is really not safe. It's cute when you're a teenager or you're a young man. It's cute. When the older you get, the more dangerous things could be. Hell, it could be dangerous at that age too, because kids are all emotional. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, yeah. You really gotta be careful out here. It happens to the best of us. Now, here you have a 6'3" Caucasian, Canadian, American, I'm assuming he has dual citizenship, NBA player who had a phenomenal career. MVP about 2 times, right? Perennial all-star. You know what I mean? And this woman still couldn't keep her legs closed. And I'm riding with Steve. I think she did something. Oh, Stormy, I'm talking about his divorce. And he left her right after the baby was born. The baby came out our color. Almanaz, salute. And the rumor is she was banging Jason Richardson. Mr. Black, salute. Jared, salute. So it was either him, and they said maybe Leandro Barbosa back when they were in Phoenix. Yes, sir. So I saw this. I said, this will be an interesting topic. She had herself a high-value white man, and she messed it up. How you got this man and you and you banging his teammates? And I said, the only thing, women normally at this level, you would think they would cheat up. Because stupid hood chicks will have a man with deep pockets but still sleep with Pookie who don't even have the McDonald's job. He got kids out of wedlock and still living with his aunt or grandparents somewhere. But somehow he still gets laid. Now, the only thing she's dating up with Jason Richardson, I think Jason's about 6'7", dark-skinned brother. Y'all just take your imagination where you want to go with it. About 6'7", 6'8". I forgot how tall Jason Richardson. Let me look that up. Jason Richardson height. Jason Richardson height. He's 6'6". Former slam dunk champion. He plays the guitar. Yeah. So yeah, he's tall, pretty tall. So Isaiah said, didn't something happen with Tony Parker? I don't know. But there's been a lot of chicks running around NBA locker rooms. Y'all remember what's her name? Tom, what up, Tom? Good to see you. Y'all remember when Tony Braxton was running around the Lakers locker room? He was messing with Nick Van Exel. Was it Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones or something? I was like, why is she in the locker room? What is she doing in the locker room? No, wait. No. It was a Lakers locker room, but I heard she was the reason why the original Dallas Mavericks broke up. Y'all remember the original Dallas Mavericks when they were supposed to go on this run? Jason Kidd, Jamal Mashburn, and Jim Jackson. You see, I was really knee-deep in the NBA in the 90s and in the early 2000s. Well, the 80s too. 80s, 90s, I was really into it. Oh, Tony. Oh man, that's bad. It was Jim Jackson and Jason Kidd, right? Yep. You see that? And Jason Kidd had a wife that he was a. I'll just say this: Jason Kidd had a problem with his hands. I heard, he was beating her. Kidd, Jim Jackson, Jerome Ashburn was just like, yo, I'm here to play ball, man. Yes, B. Demon, we talking about this guy's divorce. And this needs to be a lesson for all of us as men. And I'm not cutting down women. I'm just saying, I say certain women. As a woman looking at this, you land an NBA player, you got it made. Yeah, Jeff. I think it was Jason Kidd's first wife. I heard he used to have a problem with his hands. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Yeah, he's from the slap host. Oh, what? Speed Demon says, me and my girl had times where she wanted a second boyfriend. But we all know that girl and guys don't do that. And we aren't supposed to unless we break up. Yeah, man. If you're not into that sort of thing, that open relationship thing, and yo, listen, can I say this, y'all? I swear to God, y'all got to sign up to my Patreon because I can't have these conversations on here. I swear to God, Mr. Tiptoe, salute. If your girl comes to you first with this open relationship stuff, she's already doing something. What? It's too late. It's too late. She been doing it. Oh, no doubt, Speed Demon, salute. Fellas, if she bring it to you, she's already doing it. She's already doing it. Now, if she's talking about bringing another shorty in your bedroom, you got to decide. You want to take advantage of that? Or if it's not for you, don't. Because for some brothers, they think like, you know what? That sounds good for me, but what happens if she wants another dude? Think about it. For some of y'all, this whole thing has gotten too complex. It's a difficult game out here for some of y'all. Hey, listen, man. Sign up to my Patreon. It's really not that difficult. What happened to Steve happens to a lot of people. No matter what your tax bracket is. I mean, we all know what our brother Deontay has gone through with Telly. Well, we know what we read. And cutting through all the bull shenanigans, she tried to get slick on our brother. CB Sports, salute, where you been? Oh, that's a good thing, Speed Demon. That's a good thing. No doubt. That's a good thing for you, for real. How could I say? Depending on the woman that you, Anthony, what up, that you choose, it can happen to you. Now, I know some things because y'all know who I talk to, so I know, and I'm not gonna put that out there, but put it like this: he got caught up, and she was simply for the streets. And he got caught up. That's all. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. It really does, man. It really does. And look at the level that Deontay is. What do women say? He got to be over 6 feet tall. It's the 3 6s. Over 6 feet with a six-pack and above 6 inches. 6 inches or above. Now, there's one thing that I'm not sure of, and that's what he got in his pants. I don't know nothing about that. But D's 6'7", young Abel, salute. Go ahead, Speed Demon. Go ahead. He's 6'7", check. He has a 6-pack. He's an athlete, check. The pants department, I wouldn't know. Wouldn't know. But you know what? He had money. He had fame. He has he has love of the people. And she still found the way to fuck that up, right? What we know is that some women that fit that mold is ungrateful. Because Telly's not an ugly person. Dapper Don, salute. Yeah, bro. You know Dapper. You know it's. And I'm not saying all women. I'm just saying. Can I point something out, bro? Oh, man, this is going to sound so douchey. But when I say quit acting light-skinned, tell you, he's yellow, right? Listen, I'm on guy code over here, man. You see this chick right here? I know she's Latina, but yo. Oh, I know Speed. We're not talking about women, but we're talking about those itches, right? And those hoes. They turn tricks. We ain't talking about Tay Tay. Tay Tay's the queen of light-skinned women. We ain't talking about Tay Tay. The I'll Be Sure era had a lot of light-skinned niggas thinking that they were cool, right? Every light-skinned dude that I came up with, they weren't loyal. They had an assembly line. I'll Be Sure had the light-skinned Negro popping, didn't he? In the 80s, oh man, everybody wanted to be light-skinned, man. All you chicks want a light-skinned dude. Made it hard out here for us. Yeah, young Abel. Scottie Pippen wife. So this behavior is very common. And Scottie Pippen ex-wife is out of pocket. Dealing with Michael Jordan's son. I'm like, damn, didn't she like watch him when he was like a little boy? Yes, Speed Demon, happily married. Yep. Couple of decades. Yep. So check it. What happened to Deontay? What happened to Steve? What happened to Scottie Pippen? That's why when certain women start complaining and it's like, nah, y'all can have, yo, listen, I saw this joke on Instagram. And I forgot what show dude was on. Dude talks about the Garden of Eden. Y'all heard this joke? He said, I can sum it up in 2 seconds. God creates Adam, takes a rib, creates Eve. He says, you have everything in this garden that you need. Got your food, got your water, got everything you need. You will never age. You won't have no problem. And everything's fine. And the woman says, Eve, she says, that's not enough. Y'all get the joke? You have everything you want. She says that's not enough. Now, they played that clip on Joe Budden's show, and it was all the brothers in there and one chick. And this was a chick that I forgot her name, but she wilded out on that in that studio before. So when the dude told that same joke, all the dudes cracked up, started laughing, except Shorty. And she was like, I don't get it. And I'm like, in real time, she don't get the joke. In other words, y'all are never satisfied. Ain't that something?
So I'm sure.
You saw that, right, Nada? Ain't that something? Speed Demon wants to know, if you had a kid, I'm a father, how would you teach him to have respect to keep a relationship going forever? Well, relationships running forever is based off of you. But you don't try and save something that's unsavable. There's a lot of slang that we use that actually have real meaning, but it gets lost because it becomes something popular to say. I spoke about that the other day. When people say, oh my God, they say, oh my God, but they don't know God. They don't know God. Like when you tell someone, oh man, you're giving me a headache. You don't really have a headache. That means they're just getting on your nerves. You don't salvage something that's unsalvageable. This right here is unsalvageable. You know what I mean? I would say become the best version of yourself. And when you're in a relationship, be open to constructive criticism. You have to display an extreme amount of patience. Ask questions, but know when to stand your ground. And when you're insistent upon something, but once you tie the knot and you're a husband, you're the leader. All right. And you're supposed to pick a woman that is your completer, not your competer. I say it again. She has to be your completer, not your competer. You don't want a chick that's in competition with you. If you make $150,000 a year, you don't need her to be talking about, well, I got to make $155,000. No, you don't need that. Because she's trying to beat you. Fuck that. Word, Mr. Shelton, that kid can't even spell his name, man. I ain't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? Mr. Shelton, that's why I booted him out of here. And he tried to come back. I said, no, you're gone, bro. That's how you deal with it. And now he's over there arguing about the guy that he has a love affair over. And now he's threatening BFTB. He's not the first. He ain't going to be the last. And you know what? He's not going to do anything. So, whatever. It's ridiculous. Dapper Don's in that super chat. Much love, man. He says, you wonder why most modern men don't want to get married. See? Because of this. You see that? Most, not all, females are 304s. On top of the court system being against men, don't want to risk my sanity, Drew. Thank God for passports. I am not mad at you at all. And see, now, what a lot of y'all, what y'all might not know is that even that is slowing down because women overseas know about passport bros. And they're just trying to look for a come up. And I did a show a while ago. There's a difference between passport bros and just a bunch of men on vacation. There's a big difference because dudes that I know around here in New York City, they've been going to the Dominican Republic for years. Yo, it's June, baby. Let's go. Memorial Day weekend. Go down there for 4 days. We'll be back. Yes, be demon. Or I can tell you, brother, become the best version of yourself. Get educated. Get very educated, so that women will see that you'll be a good husband. You got to put it out there, because women are attracted to success. So once you become the best version of yourself, you have your pick of the litter. Don't like her, she's okay, and because they're all competing, and they're not nasty with one another, but they know they're competing. They know you might be a single guy, but they know you have options. You're healthy. You might not be super duper rich, but you have a good income. You live in a nice area. You drive a pretty good car. Yeah, let's get this clown out of there. I don't know what that is. So you notice we on here having a good conversation now. And the weirdo comes in here. Nothing else to do. They can't. They can't do what I do. So they try and disrupt. The retarded kid in the class that can't read as well as you. They can't participate in the conversation. So what do? They start throwing paper and bothering people. Nicholas Levy, salute. Boxer fan ×4 and that super chat. He said, "What's up with that Miss Officer from the NYPD in the dance floor, bro?" I gotta take that to Patreon, y'all. I gotta take that to Patreon. I'm sure you heard of it. You heard of that, y'all? The NYPD. She's a detective, and in her spare time, she twerks in rap videos. And she's good looking. That department has changed so much. I don't know whatever, man. I don't know what they got going on there anymore. Yes, be demon. So I would recommend women smell the success on you. You could walk into a Starbucks at maybe 11:30 a.m. after rush hour, but at brunch hours. If you stand online, nice button-up shirt, you smell nice. Hair tapered if you have hair, or a nice shaved bald head. Nice shoes, some khakis on. Looking on your phone. And Akanda, what up? You look like you're in shape. You'll get noticed. Sitting down, drinking I don't know what those drinks are. There's going to be shorties going to be wondering, what's good with you? Wonder what he does for a living. Because women outnumber men at least 8-1, right? So all of these standards that these women have, that they're thinking that the ocean is big. But what happens is when they come across certain men and they find out that we have standards, what happens? They get stuck. He says, so my point is become the best version of yourself. You gotta become the best version of yourself. Because when you become the best version of yourself, people smell success on you. Women, They want a man to lead them. They want to be taken care of. Listen, let me keep it very, I'm on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. I got to take this over to Patreon. You know how many women want to cook you breakfast, lunch, and dinner and blow you and bang your hard and run your bath water, and all they want is return is love, respect, and for you to take care of them and have a roof over their head? That's the teamwork. You take care of everything around her, and she'll take care of the home and take care of you in that bedroom and feed you the food that you buy. She'll feed you, she'll cook it up for you. You know how many women want to do that? Some of them might not admit it. He said, David Goggins says you can't be happy in a relationship unless you can be happy with yourself. Yeah, I mean, if you're not happy with yourself, ain't no one else gonna make you happy. That goes without saying. Yeah, that goes without saying. Yeah, see, right there in the chat, Tay. She want to be a wife. Cook, clean, and bang him silly. Nah, I agree, Speed Demon. Yeah, that's true. And that's another thing. That's what we call taking on projects. J-Man, salute. I don't take on projects. I've got out on dates, and when I'm trying to get back in the day, got out on dates. Y'all ever got out on a date, and while you're at the dinner table, that one question, so tell me about yourself. In the first 3 minutes, she start talking about how messed up things are. The student loan kicking my ass. Oh, I fell out with my best friend. Oh, my mama's sick. And it's like, oh, God, check, please. As she's talking, you're like, it's like, yo, make up something. I don't need to hear that you're depressed. My God. Get your doggy bag. Yeah, we're done. We're done here. Here, Philip D. Philip D. Shooting a shot. Yeah, buddy. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, man. Get that doggy bag. I'm trying to have a good time here. The first 3 minutes, I know about your mama sick, your dog ran away, your best friend and you had odds, and your student loan is late. Fuck you doing? Exactly, Jose. Check, please. We out. Talking about. So that would be what I'll tell you, man, Nah, no doubt, Speed Demon, man. Everyone has a life, man. I appreciate your time. It's all good. And if you see value in anything that I say, that's also good. That's why I have these conversations. People told me I'm good at it. I'm like, I'm no therapist. I'm just a guy with some life experience. Hopefully, somebody will see value in what I do, and that's just great. But Steve Nash, man. So allegedly, teammates was running through his, something that Young Abel put in here I wanted to put up. Where's that? Let me scroll back up here. Y'all remember this? Eric Spoelstra? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember what Eric Spoelstra did? Remember the Miami Heat coach? Remember him? Remember that? Salute, Speed Demon. Much love. Before he got that contract, what did he do? He made sure that got taken care of, and then he signed that money contract. And you know what? That was extreme guy code. He went to that front office and says, look, I want this job and I want this bag. But this bitch right here, she about to get me. Keep this on the low. Help me handle this business. And I'm sure every man in there, they formed like Voltron was like, yo, brother, okay. We know. Because when you're on that level, these men got to look out for one another. Oh, I know, brother. Especially for those that are living in California. Forget it, man. Forget it. Forget it. So I know. They were like, word, you trying to what? Let us help you with that. They probably had lawyers calling his lawyer. Yo, you need help with this? We got to get him out of that before we sign this. And man, by the time that happened, that was on the news and we was like, yo. Every man was like, beautiful. Auntie Jenny in the building, salute. So Steve Nash, his child came out mixed. And she's Latina, but they said that baby was dark. And Jason Richardson name came up. Yeah, Anthony Pat Riley looked out for him. They know what time it is. He deal with this issue all the time. Yep. Dwayne Wade, his first baby mama. There's a few stories like this. Yo, y'all ever heard Matt Barnes tell that story? It's the funniest goddamn thing you could ever hear. I'll give you the short version. Derek Fisher, light-skinned Negro. See what I mean? You see what I mean? Derek Fisher. But Matt Barnes is a lighter-skinned Negro because he got the good hair. He got the good straight hair. But Derek Fisher, from what I heard, had a reputation of getting with these chicks, and he didn't care if it was your chick or not, so he was shooting his shot. Well, Matt Barnes had got a phone call from somebody. They said, yo, you know D Fish is in your crib. What's he doing there? And I guess he was over there hitting on his shorty. I heard Matt Barnes hopped on some transportation. I think it was an airplane, a jet at that. And he showed up at the crib and he was still there. And I heard Matt Barnes was like, what, 6'7", 6'8"? And did he drive or fly? Because I heard he ran up on him, was chasing him around the house and caught him and like beat his ass. Hey, man. Speaking the facts. What about Captain Jack? Remember that? Remember Captain Jack? He drove, right? Okay, he drove. Yeah, Jeff, it was at his girl house. It was somewhere. Remember Steve Jackson? Remember that? He was just about to marry shorty. And he said, hold on. Sign this prenup. And she tried to gaslight the ish out of him. You remember that? Why do I need this? I love you. She even got the damn pastor involved. You don't need this. You love her. He says, wait a minute. There's no condition to this love. Why is this so hard to sign a damn prenup? Called off the wedding. You know what's crazy? The next day, he started banging one of her girlfriends. It was that easy. It was that easy. One of the girlfriends was her bridesmaid, and she hopped on it. Stank on it. See that? It's the ones that smokes blunts with you. See your picture. You know the rest. Now they want to grab their gun to come and get you. See that? So some brothers are up on game. Then you got brothers that it just happens to. Like Steve Nash. It just happens. But what did BBD say? Never trust a big butt and a smile. Let me tell you something. Auntie Jenny could come to the States and probably bag a lot of middle-aged men because of that accent. I'm talking about these white men out here too. I'll tell you about it. I'm like, where you from? Yeah, Joe Smith and his corn star wife. Bro, listen. When I got home, I Googled her. Steve L, salute. I Googled her. I mean, what do you say? Hey, honey, how was your day? Oh, I went to the beauty salon and got a facial, went to work, got another facial.
Bukaki.
Nah. No. Negative. It's negative, okay? Let me ask y'all a question. Let's blame the victim for a second. You think Steve Nash should have known? Was she that sneaky or was he that ignorant? Ooh. The kids call. But here's my question, Aunt. Here's my question. What was he doing in the house? It's not like he was outside knocking. She let him in. Now, picture this. You're on a team and you know you at work, you in the training camp, and a dude that you know about, he was like a super whore, shows up to your crib. Now you know he a super hoe, but whether your wife know or not, what is she doing letting him in when you're not there? I got partners that I grew up with that I know since kindergarten, and we all live close, a lot of us. I've known them longer than I know my wife, but at no point, unless there's an emergency, would I come in, unless they tell me, yo, unless I tell them, yo, go to the crib, my wife is she'll let you in or whatever. There's no way that I walk through my door and be like, what you doing here? Nigga, you ain't call me and tell me you was gonna meet me here. What are you doing here? That's weird. Why she let him in? Oh, Uncle Derek to the kids? But I agree with Jose. They had to be in signs. Uncle D to the kids, he must have been up there at an off hour. Oh, he broke up with her, so he showed up there for the rebound. And he ain't even Dennis Rodman. He a point guard. What you mean rebounding, nigga? Not good. Not good. I had put some lemon on this green apple, and it is, oh my gosh, so good. Derek's a piece of shit. And that's why he got his ass kicked. Now, think, Steve, I'm going to go out on a limb and say there was more than likely signs he ignored because there's no way he was in the dark. I think he ignored a lot of signs. And I can't imagine looking at a baby and saying, oh, hell no. Now, here's what I'm looking for. Child support. I'm looking for, was there a DNA test done? Is that before I read this, is that baby biologically his? Do y'all know? Because I'm about to read, because I didn't check for that. Oh, well, apples and cream. I'm going to try that. Oh, Philip D., I heard that. I heard he's a creep like that. I don't know the specifics, but I did hear something about that. Let me read if there's a paternity thing. Child support dispute with ex-wife Alejandra Amarilla. Later claims more as Nash earns $1 million more than her. So she's a millionaire. Steve Nash, former NBA star, had faced a high-profile child support dispute with his ex-wife Alejandra a few years back. People have since been curious about the proceedings of the classy legal battle. Whether it be resolved soon is unknown, but Nash's wife is bent on getting additional child support after the divorce. A legal battle of this statute shows how complicated child support laws can be, especially for wealthy parents who face differences in state regulations. In this article, we dive into the dispute involving NBA star Steve Nash and his chick, Alejandra. Okay, twin daughters, okay. Going through Arizona law. Okay, financial commitment. However, Amarilla sought a greater financial commitment from Nash, arguing his earnings warrant additional support. Reports revealed that Nash earned around $1 million more per month than Amarilla, whose monthly income was $30,000 a year. And this is the part where I want to just punch people in their throat, but whatever, man. As a result of this financial disparity, there was a disagreement with the grounds of child support. Is he the biological father? Okay, he covered more than 90% of the expenses, medical care, school fees, nanny services, an additional 82% of the child-related costs. It's not enough. She wants more. Okay, when Nash was a member of the Mavericks, he stated that he started dating Amarilla, a Paraguayan filmmaker, and okay, whatever. All right. I'm very thankful. I want to know, is he married a volleyball player after this. Is he the biological father? Anybody? Is Steve Nash? Hold on, let's ask. Let's ask Google. Is Steve Nash the biological father to Matteo? Oh, guess what, y'all? Hold on. Yes, he's a biological father. That's what the AI said. But you know what? I have a problem with the AI as of late. They told us that a strategic knee didn't necessarily mean a 10-8 round. And that was bullshit. I found the rules, y'all. A knee is a 10-8 round, but so he's a biological father to Matteo Nash. Oh, I don't know. Who is Matteo Nash? Okay, so he's a daddy. See, I'm thinking that it wasn't his baby. All right, this changes things, doesn't it? Okay. All right. So now, KD Sports, what up? So now, now she's Latina. KD, she's Latina. So now, I swear to God, she like Jada Pinkett in this picture. Yeah, Philip D, I did hear that. She was making her rounds. I heard Leandro Barbosa and I heard Jason Richardson. So when that baby came out a little darker, he was like, I'm out. But that's his biological kid, according to what these articles are saying. But I ain't got to be fair, right? Nah, I ain't gotta be fair. She did something. I ain't gotta be fair. She guilty till proven innocent. So F that. You whore. You did something. So anyway. It happens to the best of us. So Steve rebounded and married some volleyball chick. And last I checked, he was happy. But what have we learned from Steve Nash? Know what we learned from Steve Nash? Pay attention, y'all. We learned from Steve Nash not to be Zion.
What?
Yes, sir. You know what's brilliant? I couldn't pick LeBron James' wife out of a lineup. I don't even know how that woman looks. And she doesn't care. You know why? LeBron's dunking the basketball, and look how I'm living. I don't need nothing. I don't need the validation from random men like Steph Curry's stupid ass wife. That man dunks the basketball. I've been with him since high school. I'd be dumb to goof this up for my personal ego. Because you want to be outside. See, some women have good sense. And until something happens down the road, how many of y'all know how LeBron's wife looked? I don't know. I know he's been with her since high school. She's fortunate, and she stayed right where she was. Watch this. I'm going to do you one better than that. Y'all know all these years, LL Cool J running around with no shirt on, all buff, making those love songs. You know the whole time he was married? Do you know how his wife looked? I saw that woman one time. And guess what? And I say this respectfully, she doesn't look anything like those chicks in the video. In fact, from what I remember, she was a little chunky, but she was very cute, light skin, and she had on a ponytail, and she was braiding her daughter's hair. His daughter, I believe it was his daughter, and did like a small interview in like I think it was. This was a long time ago. This was when Sauce first came out. Miss Cool J. I said, "Oh, that's his wife." Been with him for years, for the whole ride. And watch this. Here come the angry woman. Oh, but he go on tour and all those girls be in his face. You know he sleep with them. Ladies, you know what your answer, if you was Miss Cool J, you know what your answer should be? So? You'd be with him too. You're not looking out for me by telling me this. You're not telling me anything that I already didn't think of. So, do you know why? And then just back the camera up and look at all of the results of his fruits of his labor. And then look at the babies that y'all made. So what are you going to do? Getting mad at the thought that he might be doing something? Or just sit back, kick your feet up and say, well, financial freedom, small sacrifice, because I can't control no man. And then here come the bullshit. Oh, well, if I was you, I'd get myself a little side piece. Let me get this straight. You're going to cheat on LL Cool J? Oh, you might get ran up in and he's going to hit you up. Oh, you're LL's wife. Get me a pair of boots. Get me a watch. Get me a Gucci belt. So when we say things like know your place, it might not sound pretty, but when you really think about it, let me give you some food for thought. Let me give you some food for thought. You ready? And a lot of people don't like this, but think about it. Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay cheated on her. Where'd she go? Nowhere. She sang about it on a song and fired a shot at him. Jigga don't care. Do you know why? How old is Beyonce? Let's look that up. Beyonce age. Beyonce is 43 years old and she looks magnificent. She looks magnificent. But hey, can she get any man she wants? Yes. Any type of man she wants? Yes. Any race, culture, creed. There are a lot of dudes that will stop what they're doing to smash. If she said smash, they're like, yo, yep, I'm in. I'm all in. Need you to understand something though. And this is when you stop listening to miserable chicks that don't know anything about life. They just exist in anger. Right? Jay cheated on her. Not cool. Right? Well, I don't know what they got going on. And I told people, for all y'all know, they might have an agreement. Do y'all know what agreements are? I'm taking this to Patreon. Let me write this shit down. Never go back. Watch this. Jay-Z is like in his 50s, mid to late 50s. I know that. Okay. I've been a fan of Jay-Z before a lot of y'all were born, since the 80s, late 80s. Yeah, he's been rapping that long. Okay. So Jay cheated. Beyonce ain't do nothing. A miserable chick will be on some, forget that ugly Jay-Z, big lip Jay-Z. Beyonce could get any dude she want. You know what they're not factoring in? Her age. Jay-Z, right? She could get a better looking dude than Jay-Z. Right? How many dudes? Let's start with the industry. How many dudes in the industry got longer paper than Jay? How many dudes in the industry got longer paper, but with a better reputation than Jay? Jay is about as high value as it gets. A woman like Beyonce would have to date up. Because how does she look dating down and just smashing? She could smash any one of these young dudes in the NBA. She could go back to the block and smash any dude walking around the block that's probably younger, more buff, bigger penis, higher powered in the bedroom. She could do it. But once that dust settles, she's the breadwinner. Do you want to be the breadwinner? You're a boss, but do you want to be the boss? In control? Yeah, you got this handsome young buck now, but now you're telling him what to do and where to go, and no. And eventually, you know what? 43 turns to 44, 45, 46, 47, and don't be dating no 20, 21-year-old. He might be stretching you out, but at the end of the day, it's like, yo, she's 50 now. I'm still going to be with shorties my age. And then when he gets in his 30s, he's going to be dating 21-year-olds. Then you'll be 55. See what I mean? Whereas Jay-Z, if Beyonce leaves, she could leave. She ain't going to be broke and, she has her own career. That's cool. But watch this. Jay can bag a new 21-year-old singer and make her a star and mold her how she wants, and she will be obedient to what he wants to do because he has a recipe for success. Do you think Beyonce can find a 21-year-old singer and mold him? No, because once he comes up under her, he's going to venture off and do his own thing because that's just how men are wired. I will say this. Most chicks are loyal. And if you have a system that works, most women will fall in line. Women with good sense. But remember when I said a woman has to be your completer, not your competitor? But Beyonce, to try and get back to Jay, and then leave and start dating dudes and blasting them, that's a lot of masculine energy. You know what? It never ends well. Because 5 years go by like that. In 5 years, she's going to be 48. Ain't no 21-year-old, and she's still going to be fine. Ain't no 21-year-old's going to be like, I beat it, but Janet Jackson right now could pull a 20-year-old. She still look good. But Janet's in her 50s, man. Late 50s. If she's not sick. How old is Janet Jackson? $58. 58. 21-year-old will do it. He'll do it. He might even walk the red carpet with her and all that. But when he go home, he got that shorty. Like I was telling y'all at the top of the show, you got that one shorty you just don't want to leave alone. It works different. And like I said, she understands it. You know why? Did they get a divorce? It was a thing. And you know what she wished didn't happen? That it didn't leak out. And like I said, it leaked out, but you don't know. They probably, when you get to a certain level in your relationship, y'all have an understanding. Jose put it in the chat. Bill ain't cheating on her. They have an understanding. They're freaks. For all you know, Bill was bringing chicks home, and it was one big freak off. For all y'all know, but y'all not used to that. But you'd be surprised. You really would. Those type of agreements, believe it or not, can save your marriage. If you're not used to it, and it's a quiet taste. ATL, my brother, salute. It's an acquired taste. It's not for everybody. It's really not. Things like that can save your relationship. And I'm talking to the men. Sit down and talk to your woman. And take the gloves off. Because you might have some things you want to do, but you're too scared to ask her. But you never know. She might be up for it. You never know. Now that door swings both ways now. She might say, well, since we're on the topic, you gotta be ready for that. You gotta be ready for that, man. Yeah, Philip D, that Monica Lewinsky stuff, that was an arrangement. It's just that Monica got a big mouth. Pun intended. Pun intended. She just talked too much. That's all it was. And Bill and Hillary are today. They're together today. But who are on the rocks right now? I heard the Obamas. I don't know. So yeah. The thing is, getting back to Steve Nash, he wasn't in control of his feng shui. I could be wrong because I don't know her, but he needed to show her who was boss by way of his boca. Look, I make this bread. I'm a boss, bitch. Blue collar guy, salute. Oh yeah, blue collar guy, I know. And I believe that too about Michelle and Barack. I believe that a lot of people on that level have an understanding. The women have to. Kevin Samuels used to say this all the time. He had a show. If you go to Kevin Samuels' show, he had a show about are women, are they ready to deal with a high value man? And one of the things that most high value men have is more than one woman. And it don't mean they love their wife any less. It's just that they have options. I mean, let's be honest. Women dating an athlete, there is a high chance that when he's on that road, there's that one city where there's a shorty there. And all shorty could say is, just don't bring back any kids and no STDs. Because what's the trade-off? Try and divorce him and take half his shit. But now you're single. There might be kids involved. That's a nightmare in itself. And what are you going to do? Live off of him? Man, you better stay your ass there and make your family work. Because in the animal kingdom and everything that Kevin Samuels been saying, I knew all of this. It's just that he struck gold. He struck gold when he was talking about it. But everything he said, I agree with, because these are things that we've been knew. The animal kingdom, that one lion in the pride, all of those children are his. He banged all the chicks there. Those are all of his offspring. And that's just it. Now, we're civilized. We're not animals, but to a degree, a lot of us operate off that same premise. Hell, the women give it to him. How many Pookies got multiple babies from multiple women, and those women know each other? And they all, here's the animalistic part, they all hate each other. Multiple baby mamas. And they all competing for him, and he ain't shit. Come on now. Makes you wonder. Steve Nash, was Jason Richardson really a come up? He was a millionaire. But maybe he was better at whatever. But once he left the league, I didn't hear anything about him after that. This guy left the league and became a head coach. He had, and this chick found the way to F that up. So this is not anything new. Exactly. Nick Cannon, he's a high value man, I guess, and not I guess he is. And this chick's lining up to be baby mama number 12 or 13, whatever it is. It's ridiculous. But why are we acting like this is new, It's, oh, I don't fight over no man. Look, there's a dude knocking your spine out right now. He's not yours exclusively. Chicks, you go to his house and then you leave an earring there. You bought up some panties and put it where the next chick might see it. I know a chick that was dealing with a dude like that, and she was so mad. I was like, why are you mad? You know what happened? Went to his house, right? And she would do shit. That's how I know about that. She would leave an earring there so the next chick will see it. She left a pair of panties and she balled it up to put it somewhere where she knew Shorty would find it. Where do you think she left it? In the hamper. But guess what happened? When she opened the hamper to put her panties in, there was 2 pair of boy shorts in there. What? Somebody beat you to it. And she was mad as hell. And I said, what you fighting over him for? I don't know. Okay. But these chicks will tell you, I ain't in competition with nobody. Y'all in competition with each other every goddamn day. And then when y'all get a man of value, you do this. You do this. Now, he ain't divorced her for no reason. She did something. And then you got the Hillary Clintons of the world, the LeBron James wives of the world, the LL Cool J's wives of the world. I don't even know how they look. They play their position. And I'm not saying that on some tyrant stuff like, yo, you supposed to put up with a man cheating. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you understand when certain things come to the territory, you need to have a conversation. If you don't play that game, you tell him flat out, I don't play that game. But what if he says, yo, look, I need something on the side. Are you prepared to deal with that? Look at that bank account. Could you take half his stuff? Probably, but do you want to go through that? Hey, man. So the story of Steve Nash is actually the story of a lot of men. But how do you handle it? How would you handle it? You need to keep it player. You're the boss of your own castle, man. For real. Real talk. Let me get out of here. I gotta do some stretching. Y'all make sure y'all sign up to my Patreon. I appreciate the support. For more unedited content, follow me on Patreon, Drew Titan, LLC. I just put a video up just last night. Yeah, a lot of stories to tell. So I'm gonna get out of here, man. And don't be Steve Nash. Don't tolerate it, y'all. And don't go backwards. Never go backwards. I'm gonna tell that story unedited on Patreon, y'all. Matter of fact, there's a few shows that I had that on Pep Talk, on the Painful Excellence podcast. There's a few shows that I had to be very nice on. Patreon, the gloves are off, all the way off. And I told the story about a buddy of mine that got lied on. Disgusting stuff. So salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. Whoa. What is going on here? Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. Something is not muted. Whoa, what the hell? It's bugged out. All right, caught it. Well, salute to y'all. And we'll be back here. Actually, Sunday. We'll be back Sunday. Talking some boxing. Might have a guest or 2 or 3 in. And sign up to the Patreon. Because Pep Talk Uncut and Unfiltered is over there. You don't want to miss it. I swear to God, you don't want to miss it. I'm going to have to upload conversations. Like, I might have a guest or 2 on. I'm going to have to upload those over there because I can't air them here. So, yeah. And on that note, bid y'all a good night. Catch you on the rebound. Take it gently.
The Painful Excellence Podcast.